Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Welcome to Thursday night tea. But tonight, Alex isn't here. We have the iconic, the legendary Racine Pendarvis.
I bought my own cheering section.
Let me tell you something, and we've never talked about this. Before we even met and, became good friends, there was a ball given in D.C., and it was like a throwback ball, and you had to be in a house from a past house, like an old house, like Pendarvis, one of the first houses.
Yes, one of the original houses.
One of the original. The original.
Yeah.
So the person who was the head of the quote unquote Pendarvis house for that ball wanted you to come to the actual ball, remember?
Oh, they did ask me to come, bless their
And
heart.
I called you and was doing
at
like a little
I
interview.
was at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I couldn't come that day.
Yes, because you're
I was having tea.
with Michelle Obama?
Yes, we were having tea. I had made some lovely, lovely lemon cookies.
Racine, you are so much to so many people. Do you know that?
That's because I'm old, and I've earned that right.
I know a lot of old people who ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You are a lot of people. You are a mother, a father,
I
a
am.
sister, a brother, an aunt, a preacher, a lawyer. A cook.
God is good. Honey.
Yes,
I'm a
he-
little
all
bit of
the
everything.
time.
And I'm not a Jamaican, and have all those jobs.
I thought you did Ancestry.com. You sure you're not Jamaican?
No, I'm slash Caucasian slash Native American. That's what all black people say. We all Native American.
Yeah, Cobblin Asian.
I'm everything. In all honesty, that man at the White House, that's my cousin, but we won't tell nobody. He's been passing.
Who, Trump?
That man. Yes, he's been
45.
passing. I'm here to tell everybody. He's really my colored cousin.
Passing as a ghost?
And he's been passing.
Passing as a Cheeto? No, I've seen that.
I just found that out on Ancestor.com.
You went to Ancestry.edu.
Yes,
That's
honey.
the wrong.
That's a horrible. or something, Omen, Damien, something. Pray for that man over there. Honey. I don't even mention his name, honey. If he was my cousin for real and he was passing, honey, he would not be in the White House, honey.
I would tell on him if he was trying to pass.
Yeah.
I'd be like, he black. Get him. You won't pass on my time.
Child, honey. Oh, Lord, I should have painted because even though I'm online, honey, but they got cameras in here and I'm like, child, they are not, honey, they show everything, honey. Oh, baby, but that's all right. I'm still doing well.
Yes, you are. Where are you from originally?
I'm a native Washingtonian, born and raised. Actually, I was born right across the street at Freeman's Hospital, which is part of Howard University. That was the colored hospital. That's when we were colored.
Oh, okay.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
That's when you brought a baby over, you got 2 chickens and a cow.
And a toaster oven. A free toaster. What the ballroom scene, Racine? Give us a little background about that.
Oh
and,
my
you know,
God.
the house and all of that. I need background.
Background.
For my
oh my
viewers.
God. For your viewers. Well, I am one of the I ain't gonna say founding. I am from the House of Pendarvis, which was founded by Avis Pendarvis, and she was a native. I love it. And
It's all
she's
for
looking
you.
down, and she's loving all of
Yes,
that.
she is.
And she was actually a native Washingtonian. She was. She actually grew up with some of my family members, and out of the original houses, which were LaBeija, Doreen Corey's house of Corey, the Extravaganzas, the Paris Dupree, of course, and then Avis Pendarvis, who was my mother. So those were the original houses and through those houses, so many have come out. And many people don't know what houses are.
Yeah, I was
Houses
just about
are
to say, what
very
are
similar
houses?
to sororities and fraternities, and they were started primarily by transsexuals or drag queens or LGBTQ people or non-gender conforming people. And it was a safe haven that people would compete because, during the early 50s, 20s, and 30s, we lived in a very, very marginalized community. So those folks who were not able to succeed in society in the way that we would love to succeed in society, they were able to create their own safe spaces where they competed. And even though the world could not allow them to be the full queens that they were the queens of the night, and they reigned supreme.
Yes, I've been a member of the ballroom scene for over 21 years. Shout out to the legendary iconic house of Miyake Mugler. It's definitely just like a sorority and a fraternity. It's a home for people who don't have homes. It's a place for people who don't have places. It's guidance for people who don't have guidance, especially young people. And I've taken some of those things that I've learned in the ballroom scene and pretty much adapted them to real life. I've worked in nonprofits. Even with my comedy, I was a commentator. So it just helps with your stage presence, and it really gives you a thick skin.
It does. It teaches
in the
you.
world.
It teaches you a whole lot, and people look at it, and people can look at it for what it is worth. In everything there is good, and everything there is bad.
True.
And
Except me. Go
and,
ahead.
of course. And in everything, and it's not about color. It's not about gender. It's not about size. It's not about how much money you make.
Why do people try to make it about that, though?
But because that's the world we live in. People always try to feel like if I make $5 more than you and I've achieved and agreed.
you just got off lettuce and now you want fries.
Yeah. Or one generation out the projects.
Yeah.
And the children feel they have arrived. And unfortunately, it's really sad to see certain things, and that's in everything, and even in the ballroom. But I'll say this, people can look at it and see from the outside looking in and feel like, oh, well, those people, all they do is this, and this. And that's not all they do.
It's so much more.
They create a lot of children who don't have places to live and don't have a family that loves them or supports them or lifts them up. They are affirmed in a safe space, and they are affirmed and they create their own family, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, children's aunts, uncles, ancestors who have gone on, and they learn the legacy of the ballroom community, which is amazing. And I want to thank everybody. We're Facebooking live, and thank everybody for watching
shout
us
out to
on
Facebook
Facebook.
Live. Shout out to Kevin Fevigan Sutton. Shout out to Gwen Pridgeon.
To
It is
everyone.
her
We
birthday.
see you.
Can we say happy birthday to
Happy
Gwen?
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
This clap is for you, Gwen.
Thank
Shout out to
everybody.
Corey
I can't call all
Atkins,
your
Joanne
names.
Caraway. Thank
We
you
see
guys.
Pookie,
Tamika Hatcher, my
Cynthia,
boo.
Mark
Hey,
Anthony,
boo.
Angel. I see you all on Facebook. They're following Anthony on his Facebook Live and mine on my Facebook Live. So God is able.
Yes, he is all the time. You have your own show, the
I do.
Ask Racine Show. It is a phenomenal, amazing show. Oh my God, Jacob
And I'm
the
on the
engineer
screen.
is always
You're
on
on
it,
it.
Jacob.
You're
My
on
God.
it. I have partnered up with HRC.
The Human Rights Campaign.
Yes, and I love having it at a very safe space, and that's the Human Rights Campaign and the Human Rights Equality Center at 1640 Rhode Island Avenue Northwest. It is a very safe space where people are affirmed, and thank God for them for opening the doors and allowing the Ask Racine Show, which is the first Wednesday of every month. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That's RAYCEEN, Racine Pendarvis.
It is
If
an
you miss spell it, you'll get a
amazing-
porn star.
Yeah. It is an amazing variety show. You're liable to see anything where you go. Singers, musicians, artists, dancers.
And we see you every month because you come in and you lend your talent and your time, and it's free. It's
Yes,
a free
free
show where
show.
people can showcase their talent. The artists can paint live while we're on the right there. We're also looking for volunteers. People want to volunteer. We are giving out credits, class credits for those who would like to volunteer, students, those who are retired who want to come back and do something and give back, and we those who are fresh off of parole. We welcome you as well. It's a safe space for everyone. We want everyone to
yes,
come.
definitely on parole.
Yes,
Come
if
check
you're on
us out.
parole,
If
I
you're
will
on
give you a
parole,
letter
yes.
for your hours of community service and come. And I want people to know that we are definitely looking for volunteers. So follow me, DM me on all my social media, and we will make sure that if you need hours for anything, that we are welcome to give you those. But you must serve them first.
So we're going to.
Oh, hold on. Let me just finish. Shameless plug. I got to thank
Of course, queen of the
AHF.
shameless plug.
AHF, which is AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Spunk Lube. It is the most natural feeling you're ever going to experience with Spunk Lube. Those are some of our wonderful, wonderful sponsors, along with so many other people. The Rabin Group has been a sponsor.
DC Homos.
DC Homos has and Real Affirmations, and Jose at DC Homos, I love you. He has really, really been a champion for the Ask Racine show, and I love him. I love Kimberly Bush out of the DC Center.
Shout out to Czar
and Czar
and Will.
Yes, Czar
Miriam.
is yes, all of Team Racine.
Yeah, Team
Our
Racine.
DJs.
Honey.
And people like DJ Honey, which are part of the next show, Improv Imps, Hello Kitty. We showcase burlesque performers.
I seen
You know,
that.
in my younger years, I used to be a shake dancer and a flamethrower, and I used to. They used to call me Earthquake because I would break the stage, and the skinny girls would get jealous when I would come and I would take all their money.
Because the stage was broken?
Yes, because I would shake it up, and when I jump up in the air and come down in the split, this whole stage would come apart. I only worked the lunchtime shift because I was raising children, so I had to be back and get them by 3. So I was home at 2:30 to pick my children up at school at 3 o'clock.
Crazy. Let's get into this news. The news. We're gonna start off racing. We're gonna talk about, and I'm flabbergasted at this. Congressman Jason Chaffetz. Yes, that's him. He has really long eyelashes. Oh my gosh. And he needs his brows done, but that's neither here nor there. He is requesting that Congress members get a $2,500 housing stipend.
I paused because I was watching I was reading that and I was taking it in, and I was reading somebody's Facebook post. See, that's why, you can't do two things at once. I try, but old age creeps in. But let me just say that these children making 6 figures, honey. I don't understand why they want a stipend, honey. Give that stipend to the schools, to Metro, to just stand out on the corner and get that money away, because that's ridiculous.
You know what I think? I actually think that they should get a stipend.
Okay, God
They
bless
should
you.
get a $2,500 stipend.
And what they gonna do with it?
But the trick is, it should only be available at public housing. So they'll get
Well,
their,
they're getting
their
rid of public
25
housing. They public housing.
I know
will be
when
a
they can
thing of
move
the
to.
past.
Where's the next picture at? This is.
Especially in the District of Columbia.
Yep, there you go.
No,
right
Berry
there.
Farms has just been slated to be closed, and it just was official that they'll be phasing out residents out of Berry Farms. They just had a meeting about a month ago that Berry Farms, they will be slowly phasing it out in a process where they're moving the residents out. It is now official, and it's
So where's this
heartbreaking.
congressman gonna live?
Well, they should live across the street.
At Anacostia Metro.
Yes, at Anacostia Metro. We'll give them a stipend. They can buy a box or something, a car by box. But it's ridiculous. But that is a thought. If we gave them stipend, I think they should live in public housing.
Exactly, with everybody else. I'm down for it.
I would jump aboard that, but I think it's deplorable because that
Yeah.
money could be used in so many other places.
Definitely. And you guys don't, you get money and then you barely work. You only work half the year. Like, it's crazy. You
It's
get
terrible.
vacations,
If they're giving out money,
kickbacks.
honey, they might as well legalize prostitution, honey. I mean, come on now. If they done legalize legalize weed. They might as well legalize everything that's wrong because it's just crazy. If they legalize prostitution, you know I'm quitting my job, right?
Prostitution is illegal? Oh my God, who knew? Wow.
Oh, baby, I swear, honey, because you know I have the mind of a hooker, but I have a heart of a madam. You know.
I've seen your black book.
Yes, honey. It's got a lot of names in
Very
4, 5,
detailed
and 6 stars.
And cataloged. So the next one, now you're not gonna believe this. Sarah Palin is getting her own news channel. And that's an image of her new
Pray
her
for
own
her.
news
Her own
channel,
news
and
channel.
it's gonna be on Russian television because she can see it from her house.
Pray for her. Just
She says she wants to do it because she wants to give the unfiltered, non-PC news, which means Fox News.
I'm a child. Sarah Palin. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lay hands on her.
She could come right here to Listen Vision Studios in Washington,
really could.
D.C.
She
and
could,
see
yes,
Jeremy
right.
Beaver. They'll hook her up with a great show. Would you work with her, Jake? Yeah.
She would get lost. You know she couldn't find it. She
I
would get
love that
lost. When she get
response.
lost, she would say, I get lost. She'd be across the street at Howard University, walking around the football field, sitting on the bleachers, doing it live from there, Facebook and live on the bleachers, saying they told me to meet him over here. This is the address they gave me.
And then somebody's going to throw a football in her face. Sarah Palin, please have a
She needs to
newsroom
stay home and take care of her children.
full of
That's
seats.
what she really needs.
Oh
to do.
my goodness!
And be the best mother she can be. Bless
in
her.
Alaska, the best mother that you can be in Alaska.
Be the best mother. I feel, all that time she wants to do, dedicated in raising children and be a wonderful grandmother. I think that's great. You have a gift of being a mother, and that's a blessing for you. And I bet she is probably an amazing mother. Can you picture her at the PTA meeting when they ask her questions about Black history?
Oh my gosh, she still thinks Frederick Douglass is here with us, so I don't think that she's gonna be a pro at that. That's a mess.
Oh, leave her alone. Enough said.
So the next thing that we're going to talk about is something that was very troubling to me. I saw this article, but I didn't I just scanned through it. I scanned through it and I didn't know that it was here locally. So the image that you see in a few minutes, I'm about to post the image. There were 3 guys who were selling bottled waters in a park. Of course, we know that, you cannot sell bottled water or anything without a vendor's license or permit, especially in the Capitol. Now, with that being said, these are children, teenagers. And they were handcuffed and detained.
I saw the video. It was deplorable.
Yeah. They had to blur out their faces because they're children.
They're children. And I remember when we were kids, we would stand out in front of the grocery store and carry bags and make a little change, and we would pick up Coke bottles. And when I got older, I would stand at the bus stop and wave to strange men. And for some reason, they would give me money, but I didn't need a permit for that.
Therein lies the start of your prostitution career, and that's where it started. Your origin story.
Yeah. I came home and I told my mother I was selling Girl Scout cookies.
But do you think if they had a cute little lemonade stand set up, that it would have been different? Do you think that they would have been detained and handcuffed? These are children.
Let me be very clear. Unfortunately, we live in a world that is not fair to children of color, and I'm gonna be all honest. If they were little white girls with a lemonade stand, they would have probably bought the lemonade from them. And drank the lemonade and went on their way. And unfortunately, they were little brown boys, and they were selling water. And unfortunately, we have that issue that still lies with color, with classism, with the police, and our little brown children. And until we begin to address that as an issue, as a topic, and begin to have dialogues and conversations around race, sexism, and classism in this country, that is going to continue to happen.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. But a silver lining, if there could ever be a silver lining in something like that, the Hope Project. That's HOPE, Hope Project DC. Raymond Bell, who's the director of that project, found two of the guys, Nolan White and Devin Gatewood, and gave them jobs and training. They're training to be IT techs, replacing screens for phones, televisions, and laptops. I just applaud him for reaching out to these young gentlemen. I feel like there needs to be more reaching out in our community.
It's important. It's important that people who have the means, when something bad happens to affect our children and can traumatize them for the rest of their lives, it is important now. Doesn't matter what color you are. If you see an injustice and you can right it and make a difference in the lives of our children, you can take a traumatic experience and turn it around and make this experience a good one. And I'm glad that the young man was able to track these young people down and give them these job training and give them what they need. One is hope.
Yes.
Two, telling them that they're worthy and they're deserving and they're not criminals and they should never be looked at as criminals.
But I feel like they were criminalized by being handcuffs.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that
they were
was so-
traumatized.
Oh, my
I've
God.
never been in handcuffs, thank God.
Really? Not even socially? Like just for fun?
No, never.
Oh.
I've handcuffed a few people.
Oh!
And thank God their credit card numbers went through. And but that's another story.
Yes, definitely. But shout out to Raymond Bell. I'm trying to get Raymond Bell, Nolan White, and Devin Gatewood on the show in a couple of weeks. There have been a lot of outreach from the community. I know that Lock Love Salon is going to give them barber stipends so that they can continue with their professional looks. I'm going to try to hit a few closets up to get some professional clothes just to, encourage them and push them in that direction. So shout out to Lock Love for that.
I think that's amazing. I
yes.
think that's so important, and it goes to show that we can be the change in light of a world that is full of racism, that's full of sexism and classism. Everyone is not a part of that belief system. We are the change, and it's the simple things that we do. Every movement begins with a change, with someone thinking, how can I make this better? How can I change the concept? How can I make people think better, be better, and do better? And if you don't know what to do, it's the little things that we do. It's the little things of helping young people achieve their dreams by finding their passions and homing into that and creating and dialoguing and talking.
So speaking of passions, we're going to go pay these bills right quick, but we're going to come back with a super funny comedian. And comedy is definitely his passion. His name is Alex Brown. And when we come back, I'll be bringing him to the stage so he can light it ablaze. And then we're going to do that, and we'll be back with Thursday Night Tea with Racine and Anthony.
I love it. Commercial break.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
And welcome back to Thursday Night Tea. with Alex and Anthony, but tonight Racine is my wonderful, beautiful co-host. Tonight we have a wonderful, super funny, amazing comedian. He's going to come and light the stage ablaze. You can catch him July the 13th at the Beer Baron Tavern. That's on 22nd and P here in D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause for Alex Brown.
Thank you, Anthony. Okay. How's everybody doing? Thank y'all for coming out. Everybody's looking blessed and highly favored. Well, I'm 30 years old. My birthday was this year. I turned 30. Thank you. Only thing is, 30 is the age where you got to stop making bad decisions. And I haven't mastered that part yet. I still make bad decisions. Like, here's how I know getting older is gonna be difficult for me. I had to use an ankle sock as a washcloth the other day. You never had to use an ankle sock as a washcloth? Imagine a grown-ass man like my size. I had to put the ankle sock on and wash myself like this. I got a lot of surface area as is. I had to make a little ball canoe for myself. That's just my journey. I don't know. Getting older, like, stuff's not even as fun no more. You know what I used to love doing? I used to love going to go see action movies. I used to love action movies. Stuff would explode, and it was shooting and all type of crazy shit. But now that I'm older, I can't even enjoy it the same way. Because what happens in action movies? Just destruction. And, I look at it and I think, why the fuck? Why do my taxes have to go through the roof because the Decepticons decided to come back and fuck shit up? Who's going to pay for that? Who's really going to pay for that? This building's falling and shit. Boys and girls clubs collapsing, kids trapped. They don't, I just can't appreciate stuff no more. Bad decisions. That should be the title of this 30 years old. Also, I notice that I get older, and as you all can tell, I don't take top-notch care of myself. So sometimes stuff doesn't work right. Now, decision-making skills. I'll be honest, sometimes my privates don't work when I want them to work. They work like 70% of the time, but that 30 is embarrassing. So I could go to my doctor and say, hey, doc, I'm having a little issues. What can we do? But no, I took the easy way out. I just went to the gas station and got gas station dick pills. No one's familiar with gas station dick pills? You must not go to gas stations in black communities. Because every gas station I've been to in black communities has the little swag pills. No one's seen the swag pills? You seen them? Okay. One to hurt it, two to kill it. He knows what I'm talking about. One to hurt it, two to kill it. And I'm gonna be honest, anything that you put in your body that's supposed to make your penis work probably shouldn't be sold between chocolate Dutches and international phone calls. But, again, decision-making skills. I'm not all the way there. I'm just living in my truth. You trying to go upstairs? Go ahead, go upstairs. They can't see you. Only I can see you. Yeah. You ever taste your breath after being out all day? My breath smells like inner city school lunch. Ugh. It's disgusting. Come on in here. You gonna walk through on the phone, huh? You got an Android. It's okay. We ain't mad at you. I did. I like her. She was thick. She was thick. I'm gonna be honest. I like thick women. I had one girlfriend. Only problem with that, she wasn't used to being a bigger girl. She wasn't used to it, And somebody was like, well, what does that mean? Her elbow was big, but her wrist was little. So, it was a learning curve. And I remember one time we was playing around. You know how you play with your girl sometimes? You say something that crosses the line because it's true. I said, hey, you might want to wash your belly button out. He said, what you talking about? My belly button don't stink. So what I did was I took the tip of my pinky finger and I swished it around in her belly button and I made her sniff it just to prove she wasn't living right. We broke up, but we didn't break up for that reason. She was goofy. She was a theater girl. Everybody, don't ever date theater girls. They're the worst. Theater bitches are the worst. Cause they just like, you can be tying your shoe and they'll see you tie your shoe. They'll break out a song, tying your shoe. And you'll be like, what bitch, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I did a play called Tying My Shoe back in 7th grade. Like, if you don't get the fuck out my face with the, neither here nor there. Well, was that the cookies ready or is it time for me to get off stage? Either way, I'm cool with whatever the fuck the outcome is. 1 minute, okay. I was like, damn, Anthony, you got a light, you just got a fucking toaster oven dinger. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, relationships. It's summertime, so just go ahead and cut all that shit loose, start new. I'm not feeling the summer right now. Just cause I had one relationship, it ended bad. And full disclosure, I was dating a cop at the time. Yeah, don't date cops. It's not fun. I thought it was gonna be all evidence locker, cocaine, and jet skis. It was none of that shit. It was just tasers and excessive force complaints. So, it just didn't. But like the thing about it, here's the bad part. Like I still live where she works. And I don't know about anybody else in here. I'd rather get pulled over by the most racist white man than my ex-girlfriend. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Because I think she's going to do extra shit. She's going to pull me over and like put a half brick of cocaine in my trunk and a John Benet Ramsey hair back there too. And then right before backup comes, she's going to jack me off and fling my cum in my face and say, take him away, boys. I'm going to be like, ah! Because my die is bad. But anyway, I'm Alex Brown. Thank you guys for listening up here at Listen Vision. Thank you for Anthony for having me, and y'all be blessed.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
It's Thursday night tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea. Thursday night tea.
And we're back with Thursday Night Tea with Racine and Anthony.
I love this band. Good morning, class. Yes. Please report to the principal office. If you hear your name called, please bring your coat, your jacket, and your lunch pail. Your mother's waiting.
We've got some funny stuff to talk about this segment. We're gonna begin talking about the BET Awards show. Their ratings dropped this year. They were down like 1.5 million viewers.
They need to move back to DC.
I feel like if you don't have somebody like Beyonce or Rihanna, like those heavy hitters, even though oh my God, what is his name? Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars was amazing. His energy, it was amazing. But in order to get those big numbers, those big you have to go with like the super mega.
I think it's important that you do have the mega stars as well, and I also believe in order to celebrate any kind of award show, in all honesty, whatever it is, you cannot fully grasp the importance of the legacy when we come to music or film or television if you don't honor your past. So it's important that they have to honor those who laid the foundation so they could be able to twerk.
Twerking ain't free. It came
and
with
walk
a price.
through doors because many of those entertainers weren't able to walk through the same doors that they are. So I feel like many of those, it is so important. It's such a disconnect. As someone of a certain age who's an AARP member, when I watch the BET Awards, and I can roll with the best of them. I know who Nicki Minaj is. I know who all of them young rap children are, and I like some of it, and some of it I don't like. But at the end of the day, it should be something for everybody. And even with the madness that's going on at BET Awards, what about the jazz artists, the gospel artists, even your country artists who happen to be people of color? You don't see any of that.
It's not a diverse show within itself.
It's not. It needs to be more diverse, and that way we won't have just one element taking over the BET Awards and just being there in a way when a viewer sits back and watch. I only feel like it's only for one demographic.
So we, over here on our round table couch, we have Alex Brown, who just performed, and we have author and writer LaTonya Pridgeon. So give them a round of applause. They're going to be chiming in on these subject matters that we're talking about.
Is that my phone? Oh, yeah.
Hey, LaTonya.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Anthony.
Did you guys watch the BET Awards?
No, I just saw people tweet about it. I didn't watch it.
Did you, LaTonya?
I watched it after the fact. We DVR'd it and then watched it.
Okay, did you enjoy it?
Did you watch the show, Anthony?
I did watch it.
I watched clips.
Yeah, it was. The clips were better.
It was. It was a bit of a.
Because baby, I can't sit through 4 hours of foolishness.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe that. I said, "Is this show really 4.5 hours, or did we add extra time?" And then
I can't, baby.
To be honest,
but
no one
in
can sit through
fairness-
4 hours of anything.
in fairness, they did have like 15-minute windows where nothing was happening while they were changing clothes and trying to find the host and all that. So.
I mean,
but that's
you
a
can't watch
production issue.
4 hours of foolishness. You can't watch 4 hours of like Denzel talk either. So it's 4 hours is way too long.
Yeah, 4
now,
hours.
Granted,
period.
foolishness, that's subjective, but
So
either way, I didn't watch that shit.
One of the highlights, well, not really highlights. It was actually a low light. Was Joe Budden. Joe Budden. And I think it was like DJ somebody. They were interviewing
Academics.
Migos, the group. Of course, I can't think of their song.
Bad and Bougie.
Oh, Bad and Bougie. I don't know what the rest of it is, but you get what I'm saying.
You guys are so old. You all should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, they have another song, and it's like chop it in the
T-shirt.
chop chop, and it was in the cop shop.
That's
Oh, is
Wait
that
a
the
minute,
same
time
song?
out. You act like James Brown don't have songs like that. Like everyone knows James Brown lyrics. Like James Brown wasn't just scatting. Yeah, James Brown got songs like that.
Yeah, but
But James Brown, but see, here's the difference.
What's the difference?
James Brown set the tone, and James Brown had live musicians.
So he was the first mumble singer.
Yes, he was.
He was the mumble hollingest
Yes, he
nigga
was.
ever.
Yeah, I mean, basically, he set the pace. So
he set the tone. I mean, but you can't compare. There's no way you can compare James Brown to any of those.
I'm not
two.
comparing, but I'm just saying, like,
Even
I
though
just don't
couldn't
like.
understand some of his stuff.
Everyone,
either.
you know,
I'm with you there.
get on the scene.
But then when it's funky though. With the
Listen,
right beat,
you guys
ain't
gotta relax.
understand it
Tom
there.
Joyner Morning Show came on the very next morning. Y'all had to listen to young people stuff for 4 hours. Relax. It's okay.
Tom Joyner.
I know y'all listen to Tom Joyner. It's okay.
I like Tom Joyner.
There you go.
No, you're. I got your number. Wait till this show go off. That's ageism.
That's how you know I'm right. That's how you know I'm right.
I kind of feel like that's ageism because I don't really think Anthony
Young
is
people,
old.
yeah, young people watch Tom
You don't know
Joyner,
how old Anthony is?
and
I
old
do know
people
how
like
old he is.
Migos. So let's not put people in a box.
But y'all are older, so y'all are going to have more.
No,
disdain
I
for
like,
Migos.
even though I'm of a certain age, I still can appreciate good music. I
Okay.
like. I love Remy Ma. I think she's good.
Shout out to Remy
I
Ma
like
with
Remy
the
Ma.
best female hip hop artist.
I adore Remy
And
Ma.
she's pretty.
And
Come on.
she is, but
Everybody
they give her
relax.
such a bad rap.
Everybody
she is
relax.
gorgeous. Yo,
Relax.
shout out to Remy. Even
I just love hip hop, but I like hip hop. Let me just say this: when an artist has the ability to make people think and make people listen, I think that sometimes we do a disservice when our music that goes out to the masses is foolishness.
That's true.
And
no balance.
anytime you have music, one is a gift. The art form to write is a gift. The ability to be an artist is a gift. And folks are out here making millions and buffooning, and it does a disservice for those who laid the foundations. The people like James Brown, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight. Those folks laid the foundation, and all those people at one point, because of who they were, had to go through a back door. So these artists come in these places and they're walking through front doors, making millions, and sit there and do not understand the privilege and the opportunity they have been given. And to sit out here and put out some of this music that is, to me, that is a disservice. And I know I was preaching, but I'm sorry.
No, you're a preacher.
You know,
That's what preachers
I think
do.
you know. I think I don't take music because music is not about color. It's now about how much money you make. It brings the whole world together.
Well, let's watch the video right quick. Can we watch the video and then we're gonna
dissect it.
Yes.
Because
I feel like a running joke with you being left off bad and bougie.
I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we got to wrap this up though.
Oh, my bad. Happy trying to jump.
I couldn't
wrap
hear
it up
anything over there. Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
Hold on. Wait. No. Wait.
Where's their security guard? Where's their security guard?
Okay, time out.
Okay.
Time out.
Wait a minute. Just
You have to. You have to understand.
What?
Those are young dudes who make music, who talk shit for a living. That's their job. And I don't know how old they are, but Joe Budden's 40.
You're right.
And there's 3 of them.
So I understand
I
what
think
you're
it was
saying.
a perceived. Whatever happened, I don't know the specifics. Whatever happened. But I can understand both sides of it. Joe Budden's an old dude.
Yes.
And he saw young dudes, and it wasn't the propers. Didn't seem like they were given, but also it was lost in translation shit. But I can understand from being young dudes, just be like, nigga, you ain't got no hits. They ain't asked you to perform. So yeah,
I think it was a combination. One, Joe Budden is of another generation. I feel like that was unprofessional, if anything.
That's true,
And
too.
by him being an experienced member of the hip hop community, how are they guiding these young performers? Don't embarrass them or don't be aggressive towards them.
Actually, we have new facts that have come in.
Okay.
Apparently,
We're
Joe
being updated.
Budden's claims that when he went to extend his hand when they first sat down, all of them ignored his handshake.
Maybe he had bad hands.
Thanks, Todd.
Maybe his fingernails were dirty. I cannot shake somebody's hands when their fingernails are dirty. Like there could be so many. Maybe he just came from the bathroom. Maybe his hands were wet. Have you ever shaken somebody's hands after they came out of the bathroom? It's disgusting.
No.
Those were all bad reasons. Were you gonna say something, LaTonya? Because then we have to move on.
No, I'm gonna pass.
Okay,
Child, I got so much going on in my head right now. So much going on in my head, but all I can say is nothing.
See,
it's crazy. We could go so much further on this subject. I wish we had more time, but we have to
keep
keep
me back.
Keep it going.
Anthony, you know what's really crazy? Black people are really up in arms over a fight that almost happened. They didn't even fight. Who cares? Like, why is this even a big deal?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that
This how you
aren't
know it's
being
a slow
discussed.
news
I don't
cycle.
really like their attitudes sometimes. The Migos, I feel like they're homophobic, and then just looking at them, they look like the biggest queens I've ever seen this side of the Mason-Dixon line. I mean, like, come on. But at the same token, we have to be adults. We have to be professional. I was just talking to my friend Solly earlier, and he was saying, like, Oprah Winfrey interviewed the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? They were on her show. They literally wanted to hang her on her show, but she was still, or do they?
But here's another thing. We have to look at young people who are, once again, who are an artist. And we may not agree on everything they do, and this is where we have to say, we can agree to disagree. But we have to have a level of respect for one another. I may not like their music, I may not like their behavior, but I would say to them, you know what, I'm applaud the fact that you're a young artist and you're doing what you're doing. And after this program is over, I like to speak to you offline. And I like to speak to you in a way that when we engage, we're going to fellowship and we're going to uplift you. So it's how we come at people, as old people and young people.
Very true.
You got to meet them where they at.
True indeed. And we're running out of time, so we're going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we're going to come back with wonderful, amazing artist, LaTonya Pridgeon, author, and she has an organization called Stomp Out the Violence, the Child Abuse, and we're going to come back and interview her, talk about her new upcoming book. Thank you for tuning in for Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony and Racine. We'll be right back.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Tea with Racine and Anthony. We are sitting here with a very good friend of mine, community activist. She heads up an organization called Stomp. She's an author. LaTonya Pridgeon, thank you so much for coming out. Y'all give her a round of applause. I love LaTonya. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me, by the way,
Oh,
Anthony.
most definitely. You're
I love
welcome.
Anthony as well. And yes, I am LaTonya Pridgeon. I generally go by LT.
Okay.
I am a founder and CEO of an organization called SOS, stands for Stomp Out the Silence. And it is the goal of Stomp Out the Silence. We're basically dedicated to the prevention of childhood sexual abuse by increasing awareness and influencing public policy. I very recently, May 20th, published my first book, which is my memoirs. It's called Treading Water, From Survivor to Warrior. And
We have
it's
a picture of that book, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. And it's basically my story of how I survived being a victim of childhood sexual abuse, and how all of the many munitions that come with that, all of the anxiety, the depression, all of that, and all the struggles when I was so ashamed to even speak about it, to finally come to terms with what I needed to do to go through self-healing and recovery, and then make a decision that it's part of my life's mission and purpose to go back and help others.
That is a blessing. Look, that book was so juicy, but let me tell you how it really resonated with me. And this is especially in the African American community, because we like to sweep these type of things under the rug. You could literally plug in names, and just substitute names for people in everybody's family. A lot of times we as African Americans, Uncle Chester will continue to sit at the Thanksgiving table, even though he's pretty much molested everybody in the room. And we don't talk about that. But what we will do is when our children is alone with him, we'll say, "Get over here. Didn't I tell you not to go?" You know what I'm saying? But we won't address the issue. How do you feel about that, Racine?
I think many times when folks are made to feel, well, what did you do? How did you dress? Where you are now the victim, but you're being victimized. And unfortunately, and when people don't talk about sexual trauma, when sexual trauma occurs, it leads to many issues surrounding us. First of all, we don't even begin to address mental health issues in this country. And mental health is the gateway to everything. When people begin to talk about mental health issues surrounding those issues, sexual trauma, all the things that occur with that. And when we begin to peel away, we begin to talk, we begin to heal.
Exactly what I say is that you cannot heal what you will not acknowledge.
It won't happen.
No,
it won't happen. Where can we find your book?
So you can find the book on Amazon.com.
That's where I got it from.
And BarnesandNoble.com. Or if you want a personal autographed copy, you can go to my website, which is TreadingWaterTheBook.com.
TreadingWaterTheBook.com. And also your SOS. Where can people donate?
You can.
Okay.
So we have a website. It's www.stompatthesilence.org, and you can donate there. And also we have our email address there if you want to reach out and contact me. And also we have a web page on Facebook at StompOutTheSilence.org, where we post our campaigns and things that we have that are going on to fundraise in the community.
I love you so much. You are so amazing. She just got her master's from Temple University. I was at your graduation. I'm so proud of you. You're an amazing woman. Thank you for all of the work that you're doing in the community for children who cannot help themselves. Thank you for your beautiful book. Go purchase the book, Treading Water by L.T. Pridgeon. You can get it on Amazon. Go check out her page, SOS on Facebook, Stomp Out the Silence. Shout out to your beautiful wife, Gwen Pridgeon. It's her birthday.
Gwen.
Happy birthday, Gwen. I'd like to thank LaTonya for coming out. I'd like to thank my beautiful co-host, my wonderful co-host, Racine. I love you too. I love you. Alex, I'm not going to kiss you, but thanks, Alex Brown, for coming and blessing us with his talent. Shout out to our engineers, Jacob, our assistants, Allison and Paige. Shout out to Morgan and Jeremy in the back. Thank you for tuning in to Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. Tune in next week. We're going to have an amazing show. Thank you. Shout out to Spotlight on the City, which is coming out next. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony.
Thursday Night Tea with Alex and Anthony. News, sports, truth with comedy. Community mixed with a little celebrity. Every Thursday night at 6 in the evening.
Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea. Thursday Night Tea.
It's Thursday Night Tea with Alex.